What's up, everybody? Hopefully y'all can hear me. Okay. Glad y'all can hear me. Glad y'all are here with us. Today is Tuesday. And they told me, they was like, Marcus, we want you to come talk a little bit about data collection, automation, and AI tools that you can use. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. Before I get started, I will introduce myself, tell you guys I am a globalpreneur. I started a major hair company, the #1 virgin hair supplier in the U.S. called She's Happy Hair, way back in 2012. And we started with just $800. Now, prior to that, I was not an entrepreneur. I was not a business owner. I was just an employee. I actually went to school to get a job. I went to college to learn how to get a job. And so when I went to college to learn how to get a job, I was successful. But then I started changing my mindset and I started learning how to create jobs. And so that first poll that you guys just seen that just popped up, I want you to take a look at that poll and answer that poll for us. It should have popped up. It should have came either in your inbox or something along those lines. And my question to you guys is your goal is to get up and go get the bag? Get up and go get the bag. Do you live your life through waking up and going to get the bag? Why am I asking that? Because that used to be my mindset. I used to wake up and go get the information. Now you can get the information from the palm of your hands. You know, you don't have to drive to the information. I used to wake up to go to work. Now I don't have to wake up and drive to work. You know, I used to go get the bag. I used to go get the money. And now I wake up, I log in, I create, make, and generate dollars online, sometimes from people that I'm never, ever going to meet. How are we doing it? Data collection, CRM tools, AI tools, and automations that everybody that can hear the sound of my voice now has access to. So I'm going to look to share my screen here. Share my screen. And get to my slideshow, which is created on Gamma. I created this slideshow last night, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, I got a presentation I'm doing, and I would love for everyone to take a look at the presentation in which was created. So, how we starting? The ultimate guide to lead generation and traffic sources. I'm the data over dollars guy. I'm the data over dollars guy. When we started She's Happy Hair way back in 2012 with just $800, in order for that business to go from $800 investment to over $100 million in sales since 2012, I'm going to say it again, to over $100 million in sales since 2012, we had to do more than just collect the dollars at the register. We had to do more than just collect the dollars from the customer. We had to do more than just count the money at the end of the day. What do we have to do too? We had to collect the money and the data too. When somebody's transacting with you, trying to give you some money, in order for you to get some money from them again, you have to get the data too. Most business owners don't understand the importance of data collection. Most brand builders don't understand that you should be collecting data. Most people on earth don't understand why the billionaires are billionaires and they're not. But the only reason why is because they got more data than you. Some people collect data and they know what to do with it. Some people don't collect data. Some people don't even know why data is important. After this short masterclass, symposium, virtual insight that you're given, I hope that you go through life on earth doing whatever you do online too, as well as collect data as if your life depends on it, because it does. Your family tree depends on it. So we're going to transform your marketing strategy with some of these proven tactics. So what's a CRM? What's automation? What's the data over dollars mindset? A CRM is a customer relationship management tool. Automations or tools that's going to allow you to automatically make some money in your sleep If you don't automate your life, somebody will. If you haven't automated your life, somebody already did. Somebody's gonna do it for you. The AI tools that you should be using, that you have access to at your fingertips, I hope that you begin using them. Not just ChatGPT, but all the other AI tools that exist that's gonna allow you to do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 things easier and faster and way more efficient. We all know ChatGPT is the guru. That's the one that you want to, you know what I'm saying? With ChatGPT, you can probably do whatever you can think of. But there are certain tools that allow you to do certain specific things faster and easier than some of the other softwares that exist. And of course, the data over dollars mindset is something that I created that I think everybody should live with, because everybody knows how to collect the dollars, but nobody understands the data side, which is going to allow you to stay rich forever, right? So data over dollars. Understanding the data sources. We got a lot of data sources, right? A lot of people talk about offline sources, phone calls, surveys. Online sources is what I talk about. Those online sources is what I care about. The CRM, the pop-up, your social media engagement, the DM automation. What are you doing to transform those followers into data, and then the data into dollars? Website behavior tracking. One of my favorite tools to use when I think about a customer user journey, what a customer does when they get to the site. You want to go to crazyegg.com and hotjar.com. Can somebody drop that in the chat for me? Crazyegg.com and hotjar.com. Those are 2 platforms that will allow you to see what the customer is doing when they come to your website. Because what happens is, just like when you start a business and you go and buy what you think the customer wants. And so you end up sitting on a lot of things that you bought that you thought the customer wanted. But because you never asked the customer before purchasing all those things if this is what they wanted, now you're sitting on it. When you should have did the other way. You should have asked the customer, hey, what do you want? What should I buy more of? Where should I put this graphic on my website? Is this button in the right spot on my website? Most of the time people go to your site, they scroll a little bit, they click a little bit, they may hit a tab, and then they off. You want to be able to collect the data from the customers that visit your website, not just first-party data, but what they're doing when they get to your site data. What are they clicking on? Is everything on your site hyperlink? Is your hero image looking the way that it's supposed to look? Are you forecasting on your site? Do you have a way to collect the data on your site? Do you have a blog, a newsletter, email, subscription? Anything along those lines are super important. Now, why am I talking about those things? Because a lot of people don't even have a website. But I know, again, everyone on this call, we may have a site. We may be collecting data. We may be doing quite a bit, especially online, right? So when you get all that information from the customer, you want to utilize that customer with different responses and different surveys and different community forums and different analysis that you can do that's only going to make your customer experience that much more better. Email marketing. Email marketing. We talk a lot about email marketing, text blasts, all these different things. Some people said that email is dead. I disagree. I think there's way more money being made via email marketing than social media posting. I know everybody on here, please follow me on the gram too, on everything else, LinkedIn, Marcus Bible TV. I'm trying to get my followers up. Please give your boy a follow. Now, I don't really care about followers though. I care way more about my data, my customer list, than I do my follower list. I don't care about the engagement that I got on the last post on social media. I care more about the engagement I got on my last email message that I sent out. I understand that, the likes matter on the ground. But I think what matters more than the likes is my bank account. And so there's way more money being made via email than it is on social media. Social media is a platform where people give you exposure. They can see you. It's up to you to transform those eyeballs into data, and then the data into dollars. So there's 3 ways that you can do an email list. You can build a list, buy a list, or borrow a list. Build a list, buy a list, or borrow a list. We'll talk about that I guess at a later time in one of my master classes that I have. And look, if you are on Instagram, please go and DM the word data, D-A-T-A, D-A-T-A. You can pop in and join these virtual master classes that I've been doing since the last Saturday, the last Saturday of every month since COVID started. Ever since COVID started, I've been showing people how to do whatever you do online too. Effective pop-up incentives, free shipping, VIP access, $10 off, 10% off. I remember doing an A/B test and learning that my customers don't want to do the math. So if we got a product that's $50 and we send that offer to them via email or text, and we say, hey, this $50 product is 10% off, they're not going to move as fast for the 10% off as they would for the $10 off. Some customers don't want to do the math. So, might say 5% off something, right? But if you say $5 off, people might click a little faster. So depending on the cost of your product, you want to always have an effective pop-up incentive. We call that a whiffle. What's in it for me? You want to get a customer a whiffle. What's in it for me? Now, you may have another poll that just popped up. Again, I want to see. Let me stop sharing real quick. Exit. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I want to see, let me see somebody tell me what was my last poll. Let me see what that last poll said. We had a few that we created just last night. I know we had some asking about automation. We had some asking about if you're sent the email out. Did you send out an email? Did you send out a happy St. Patrick's Day email? If you did, kudos. If you didn't, why not? If you're not celebrating with your customers, somebody is. There's a lot of reasons why we're able to make quite a bit of money online, and some of it is because we're talking to the people. So if you're not talking to your customer, remember that somebody is. Let me get back to my slideshow here. So retail in person. It's one thing to collect data online. That's great, but it's another thing to collect data in person. We strategically collect data in our retail stores. And if you go look at She's Happy Hair right now, all of our stores got almost 5 stars, 4.8, 4.9. We collect new reviews, not just any reviews, but 5-star reviews each and every day. We ask customers, we provide the service, and then we ask the customers to talk to the people about the service that we provided. We don't even ask for a review. We only ask for 5-star reviews. And the only reason why you can ask for a 5-star review is when you're providing 5-star service. So after we provide that 5-star service, we ask for the 5-star reviews. And so we collect a lot of reviews from all of our in-store platforms, right? The stores are open right now, matter of fact. Shout out to the team. Now, one of the biggest things that we collect outside of reviews, 5-star reviews, and money in the store is the data. But it's a strategic way to do it. When you're at the point of sale system, and I'm speaking to my retail giants right now, right? I know we're talking about making money online, but I just couldn't let this part go because a lot of retail businesses, they start a business, people learn how to make some money, but they don't know how to make the money again because they're not collecting the data at the transaction. And so I don't want you guys to leave this call thinking that you just want to go get the bag. You're just doing it for the bag. Whatever you're doing for the bag, you want to do it for the data too, so you can get the bag forever. How do you do that? We strategically ask for the phone number first at the register. You ever been to Foot Locker, any of your favorite department stores? Anywhere you go, they ask you, hey, what's your phone number? What's your name? What's your email? It's because they want to target their businesses, their products, their offers to you. Now, sometimes you at the register and somebody say, give me your name, give me your number, give me your email. And you like, nah, man, I ain't coming for all that. Give me my stuff. I just want to pay and go. When you get those type of customers, it's because the delivery wasn't what it was supposed to be. You shouldn't have asked the person for their name first. You shouldn't have asked the person for their email first. You should have asked the person for their phone number first at the checkout. Because when they're checking out and you just shout it out, hey, can I get your phone number? Most people are not going to say no if you're in a good conversation. Hey, can I get your phone number? Sure. Type it in, 713, such and such, such, such and such, such. It's going to be 10 digits. You can shout those 10 digits out the first time, and the person that hears that number can type it in and repeat what you said the first time. Most of the time, if you start off with an email or a name, people got to ask you to repeat it again. What you say? How you spell that? What's your name? Is that with an E or is that an M or an N? You know what I'm saying? What it end with? Is that an at sign? Is that at Yahoo or at Gmail? I'm confused. And so when you confuse at the register, the customer's confused. And now that's why you always see people like, you know what? I don't even want the discount no more. I don't even want your little loyalty program. Keep your little gift card. Just give me what I came for so I can go. And to prevent that, we strategically ask for phone number first because it's the easiest piece of first-party data to get, whether you're in person or online or in the store. That's the first and easiest way to get the first-party data. Phone number first. After you get the phone number, you ask for the email. You don't ask for the name. You don't ask for, because the name's not important, by the way. I want you to know. You can always get the name later. If you get the phone number first, you can get the email later. If you get the phone number first and the email first, you can get the name later. Let me tell you how. You strategically ask for the phone number first in person as well. If you ask somebody how to spell their email and they right there in front of you, you got the little iPad, it's not going to be a good customer experience. And so just like you want somebody to easily give you some money in one-click checkout, you want somebody to easily give you some data in one-click checkout or as least as possible. So again, when they're at the register, you ask them for the phone number, boom, they give you the number. Second thing you ask for is their email address, because most people, especially now in 2025, most people were kind of professional. Most of your email addresses are going to include your name. So my email address is marcusbowerstv@gmail.com. Boom. So let's say about the third thing you ask for, you got my phone number, got my email, and now you like, well, what's your name? And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to give you all the info. You got enough information. Just give me what I came for. No problem. You already got my phone number, and you already got my email, which also includes my name. So now you can go on the back end of the data report, the data sheet, your CSV file, your Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, your numbers sheet. And if you don't know any of those formats that I'm talking about, then again, you probably want to tap into my masterclass that I have the last Saturday of each month that's been happening since 2020 COVID. Only because we've been trying to teach people how to make money online with some of these like or similar strategies. The point of sale systems is super, super important. A lot of people don't know it's so much money on your point to them. They've already given you some money. They already like you. PayPal account. Export all of that data, all that customer information from the people that are to give you some money again. It's harder to convert a new customer than it is to convert a current customer or on your preferred CRM platform, because I'm sure you already got the emails going out automatically anyway, right? Because that's what we do. We talk it to the customers automatically, right? And so you take all that customer data and you just dump it into the CRM that you prefer to use. Now, I love a lot of CRMs. I don't really have one particular brand of CRM that I, Shopify can act as a CRM. I seen somebody create a website on GoDaddy the other day, and they was talking about sending emails from GoDaddy. Every platform knows how important it is to talk to the people that's not in front of you. That's why it's important for you to do whatever you do online too, because you're only going to make so much money from the people that's in front of you. If you sell an item on Earth and you sell it to people in person, you can only sell so many of those items in a day's time. But if somebody's selling that same item to everybody online, they're probably going to make a little bit more money than you are. And so that's what we
the application?
So you guys have to like promote it or like tell people. So either like virtually, you guys will post like a piece of social media content or like on story or like go live on Instagram or wherever on Facebook even, and then kind of tell people to you know DM or comment the word podcast, and they'll if they want to be on the show, or like you can even tell people in real life to kind of set up, comment or DM that word, so that way everything's automated and you don't have to like, schedule it or like ask for their information manually when you're like in conversation with people in real life. So yeah.
Okay, so we have to promote it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like wondering, like, how would they know to put podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can I ask if we have to promote it? Can we put 50 podcasts, just so it could be more tailored to us?
Yeah, though I would recommend having it one word, because like some people may spell it with a space or without a space. So like having it be one word, it will like less error for mistakes, and like most likely it will go through. So yeah, I mean I can do it if you want.
No. So are you asking for the 50 podcasts for the name of the show?
Yeah, like the number, just the number 50.
No, I think they mean the keyword.
Yeah, keyword. Excuse me. That's what I meant.
Okay, so instead of the word podcast, you want the number 50?
Yes, sir.
So okay. Explain that again. The number 50 or the word 50?
The number 50. I'm thinking just in promotion sense, because if we're promoting just podcasts, do you think that will be more lucrative for them to get in touch with this?
Yeah. So you don't change it. Don't change it, Mariana, because what's going to happen is, I think what you're explaining is you want the number 50, like 50, and then podcast, right, together, so people know that the name of the podcast is 50 something podcast. But when they're DMing a keyword or texting in with a keyword, you want it to be as easily text or for them to join as possible. So if you put 50 podcasts, it's like a compound word. You got the word 50, you got the number 50, and then you got podcasts. And some people go to DM the word 50, the word 50 with a space, podcast. Some people go do 50 with no space with podcasts. Some people go do the number 50 with podcasts, and it's going to be too confusing. So you just want to do podcasts, so that way everybody that hear you, like, hey, go to 50 Fathers Instagram page, DM the word podcast if you want to be on the podcast. But if you say DM the word 50 podcast, it's going to be all over the place, kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it is kind of confusing. I got it.
Mm-hmm. Understand.
Yeah. Awesome. But yeah, so that's for the podcast. And then for like the emails and, sending out messages. So for every 1,000 emails, it's $0.675, so not that expensive. And then for phone numbers, if you're sending a message, it's 0.0079 per message you send. So it really depends on how big your CRM list is. So that would depend on the cost. So if you're only starting small, so it's not that bad of a cost. So yeah, do you guys have speaking of the CRM, do you guys have a CRM list that you want to upload here on the Engage?
Yes, let me see. So we need keywords for that too as well, right?
No. So these can just be we just need like a data list of all your guys' past your past customers, your audience, or like any phone number you guys have, so that we can upload it to the list, and that when we send out emails or like send out text blasts or SMS messages or email blasts, then they'll be able to receive that marketing that we do. So yeah. So kind of like what you see here. Do you guys have something like that, or like from any of your platforms?
No, we don't have that. Let me see.
I mean, Marcus, I think you could tell them like they could also scrape data from their
Yeah.
other platforms. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so what we're asking for is right now we're creating all these amazing emails and automations and everything for you guys, and you don't want to be pressing send, only talking to 3 people, right? And so right now we got 3 people on your list, on your digital, on your reach. We want to see if you have some data, maybe on your PayPal account, maybe on your website, maybe some type of spreadsheet where people may have registered for an event, maybe an Eventbrite. You got some data somewhere in a lot of places that we can grab and scrape and upload to the CRM so we can be talking to the most amount of people possible versus, just a few people while we're creating these emails.
Okay.
And Mariana,
that was,
make a note, Mariana, to make sure that we send out a podcast invite to the list once we get it. That way we can let
Okay.
everybody know about the podcast opportunity, even outside of just social media.
Okay, let me just go to this task sheet here.
But yes, Nicole, do we have any spreadsheets, any CSV files, any Microsoft Excel
Yes.
files full of customer data, names, emails, phone numbers, anything
Yes.
like that?
Yes, I have all the data, but I was asking you guys to show me how to be able to do it so I can start adding that to the CRMs.
You want to create a Loom video, Mariana, maybe show her now, and then maybe create a Loom
Yeah.
video, that way we can
Yeah. Yeah, I have a video guide on how to do it, but like if you send me the list, I can easily do it if you if you want. But I can also I'll send you the video guide as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll send it now actually. Since you just
You're gonna send it to me on WhatsApp so I can.
yep, I just sent it to the mentorship group so everyone can see it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a document there, and yeah, it just also has a video guide, and yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, you have access to the, to the platform already.
Have you logged into this platform here recently, Nicole?
I have not.
Oh, okay. So let me add your guys' emails. I believe I sent an invite, but let me just resend it, and guys, in case you guys weren't able to log in originally. Let's see here. I'll add both you and Ben.
You want to check the roles and
let's
permissions and see if anybody's already added, see who is added?
Okay, yeah, I checked and no one is
Okay.
added yet. Or like the invite didn't go through, but I did send it previously. So okay, so here next user of that action. So yeah, it says here user successfully created, so you guys should receive an invite, and then let me just create one for Ben.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, added you and Ben already, so you guys should just receive an email to create an account and update your password and everything like that. Awesome. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I added that to this list to script data, upload it, and then send a podcast, blast to the data list to invite people to the podcast. And
You can also put that
We've
DM
also
automation in the bio. So if you guys, on your IG, on your YouTube, in a lot of your bios, you can probably promote the DM automation. To join a podcast, DM the word, in the bio somewhere. So kind of keep that in mind if you're going to make those edits on your social media.
Connections. Okay.
Okay. Now, in terms of like adding your guys' payment to the software, just for you guys to be able to send emails and SMS, I'll just share this link with you guys. Either I'll just send it to you guys privately, to you or to you and Ben. So either of you guys can just fill in your guys' card details, and it will only charge you anytime you guys send a an SMS blast or an email. So yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna copy that and yep. So the okay. Let me just okay. Oops.
So that link you just sent them, they'll be able to take care of that with the link.
Okay, yeah, let me just clarify if that's the link.
Okay.
Yeah, this one. Okay, this one. Let me just send it to you guys.
And Marcus, I know we're coming on time, but I just wanted to ask, do you assist also with theory of change?
Yes, I do. What you got in mind? What you got going?
Well, we're actually being requested what is our theory of change, and a lot of things are developing differently because of the political climate. So we're having to relook at some of our mission statements and our theory of change. I just wanted to know if I could discuss that with you next time. I'll have it more in line to discuss it with.
We can kind of talk about it now or later. I mean, because it's ongoing. The world always changing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what you focus on, what your long-term goals gonna be, your activities, and then like metrics. A lot of people do nonprofits or they have goals to make an impact, but they don't really measure the impact. So it's a little bit of everything. What activities you doing to work towards your goals and stuff. So I know you all were talking about like youth entrepreneurship or being the father to the fatherless and all those different things. So it's just developing those short term, mid term, and long term goals. That's it.
Yeah, and we want to like state that we are keeping the metrics or what type of KPIs we're using for the particular engagements. Let's say so many 60 fathers were reunited with their families in the last 10 years. We're looking to reunite 600 through our engagements, our efforts. That type of keeping the stats to that type of degree.
Yeah.
In the theory of change.
Yeah, because all that's important. The sponsors, the partners, they want the data too. They want to be able to talk to the people, the clients, the customers. And then I even thought about a book the other day. I think I was thinking like someone should write a book for kids, the youth, for the fatherless or the motherless. Like basically the book is like things and quotes that my dad or mom would have told me if they were still here. See, I knew that was going to hit somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it. That's why I said it out loud. I knew somebody's going to be like, yeah, that's the one right there, because you can grab quotes from people who got parents that's still living. You can grab quotes from people that's not, no longer here, put them all in the book and present it in a real story time way to the kids, to the youth.
Mm-hmm. Love that. I think we should definitely inquire and work toward that. That looks good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, let me show you what I did. I actually, you can have the idea too now. You know what I'm saying? We can share it because it's definitely because I saw everybody writing children's books, and so instead of me doing a children's book, because I had a client the other day. They was like, I want to do a children's book. And I'm like, man, everybody doing children's books right now. And my reason for saying, I told them that everybody's doing children's books right now because they're afraid to put out their real book. You know, it's easy to write a children's book because, you know, it's a children's book. You know what I'm saying? But it's harder to write an adult book because people are going to really judge you on that. So a lot of people putting out these children's books, and when they put out these children's books, I see a lot of people sell it. And so I was like, well, if you're going to do a children's book, then you also got to have an animation with your book. And let me see, is this it? Boost your refund, transform your look, transform, lights, camera, action, join the US.
Books are selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, but I actually, is this it? Welcome, no. Well, this is something similar. I created this the other day. I wish I could find the one that I created with the fathers, because it's an actual dad book.
Every playground has its heroes,
Hopefully y'all can
but
see
some
my
heroes
screen.
wear heels.
That's it.
When kids get hurt, she hears the call. Meet Enya Bowers, the superhero physical therapist traveling the world, healing in heels.
Now, what I'm showing is with this InVideo.ai, what I'm showing you guys is what I did was I created a children's book with just typing the words. And I was like, hey, I want a book for Enya Bowers. She's going to be a little superhero. She's going to travel around the world healing kids that have accidents at playgrounds and stuff like that. And that's going to be her character. She's going to go around playground to playground, healing kids that have little boo-boos falling off the slide or falling off, the playground or the swing and stuff like that. And I typed it in here, and it gave me the animation. And I guess the point I'm making is if you can write a children's book, then you could probably animate a story along with it to really touch the people, the kids. They got Jules TV, they got Omoberry, they got so many different platforms that kids watch every day. They're going platinum off children's stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know my son and daughter be watching the same thing every day. So it's the same content, different format, different platform, and InVideo.com. We'll be using that here in the Globopreneur mentorship too. So I'm excited about that.
Man, that's phenomenal. That's a real way to use AI's technology. I'll definitely be on board to hear about that.
Yep, InVideo.ai. Miranda, what else we got? I know we got a couple things before we hop off of here. I don't want to get off not understanding May 3rd. So between now and May 3rd, what do we need to have completed for you guys to be successful?
So mostly like if they set up the payment details, will be set for future email blast and SMS blast, and then I just need Nicole and Ben to review the welcome series emails that's coming through for them already.
Okay.
To send feedback or review, and then we'll make the edits and revisions, and then I'll just write the email template for a podcast guest confirmation. When people apply and they decide to, and they, Ben and Nicole decide for them to be on the show, and then I also need Ben and Nicole to scrape data from all.
Okay, let's put a date. Let's put a date on that. Today is Tuesday. How soon could you guys be able to upload some data so we can start talking
Already
to some
scraped.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we only got three. We got 3 contacts on your list.
Yeah, so I should be able to do it no later than tomorrow because I'm gonna work on it today.
Okay.
Okay, great.
So 23rd, so to the 24th, Thursday, everything should be completed with me uploading the spreadsheet, the details.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, and then I'll also just send a follow-up message with everything I need, so that way you guys will remember. I'll send it in the group chat. And another thing is the June event for Father's Day. I know that's that will be a thing where you guys will post. So if you guys can finalize the details, like the name of the event, venue, date, etc., then we can start planning for that as well.
Okay, certainly. And we're going to give you the flyers also for May 3rd. Right now, we're May 3rd and we're Father's Day. So those are the two.
Is this May 3rd event
Okay,
you guys' event, or you're supporting someone's event?
No, this is our event where we're partnered with Planned Parenthood to deliver the standpoint on how storytelling and the breaking down of storytelling and using your story to make an impact through the community and break through the mask. So it's a kind of like intimate session where fathers and mothers who have been through certain things can speak and see how their story is used to present podcast material, content, and then kind of ride it into that.
Man, I have everybody writing books using ChatGPT, telling their story, creating the cover page, all that real time. You know,
Wow.
there you go. That's the practical right there.
Come on, man! You just put a cherry on top.
Because
Yes, sir.
you can literally, you know what I'm saying? Like this is I'm gonna share my screen real quick and just show you how quick things like this can be done with these AI tools, you know. And even if I can't be there, I can hop on via Zoom. You know, I got a couple events I'm doing for Father's Day, but we can make an impact virtually. You know, I can tap in. Watch this. Create a book of Marcus Bowers growing up in South Park, going to Addicts Middle School, fighting, graduating, going to the Navy, and how the decision making of not hanging out, not being a gang member, not doing what the other people were doing allowed him to catapult to success and bring some of his family and friends with him. Make this story as compelling as possible that will encourage fathers. See, I tried to throw that in there. My story had nothing to do with no father. I don't even know how I tried to throw father in there. You know what I'm saying? Let me try and round it around. You know, it's making me bring some of his family and friends with him. I just leave it like that, to the top.
Okay.
Now, make this a page turner. Did I already say that? No, I didn't. Make this a page turner that will resonate with young youth troubled in the community. All right, let's see what happens. See what happens. Create a book. Now, you know, again, everybody can do this, right? You can have the fathers that come up one by one. They grab their phone. You have them all download ChatGPT real time. Hey, how many of y'all using AI? They're going to say nobody. You're going to say, okay, everybody log into ChatGPT. We go change your family tree right now. And so everybody that want to change their family tree, go do what you told them to do. They go type it in. They go put an account on there. Now you start telling them, like, look, talk to ChatGPT. Tell them the story that you want to write. Tell them the story that you got inside of you that you want to, you know, leave about your family tree, about your family history, about your upbringing, about decision making, about whatever it is. And, you know, you start watching it type for you. And then you create the cover page, and, you know, you can go as far as you want to with these. So I got a couple chapters. I got chapter 7, and then I can extend these chapters. I can grab chapter, let me see, Addicts to Attitude. I like that because I was beating boys up at Addicts.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know my real story or not, but I was really a fighter, right? I was beating boys up at Addicts Middle School. You know what I'm saying? And so, boom. So, okay, so we got this. Now, we go extend it. Let's see, how do we extend this? Let me drop this down. X up out of here. Okay, so now we go extend it. Watch this. So we got chapter 1. This is it. Chapter 1. So chapter 2 is my favorite chapter, right? So I'm gonna say extend this. Extend chapter 2 and make it exciting with fight stories and victories and suspensions and all of the above. And it's gonna do just that. It's gonna make chapter 2 way more extended.
Just like that.
Yep. It's going to extend it. It's going to now, I'm going to have way more content to talk about, to discuss in my Marcus Bible story. Chapter 2 is going to be amazing, and it's just nonstop. You just continue creating and building. And the point I'm making is they're going to be wowed by this. And then this is how you get the grants. When you go and you provide this type of content using AI, using some tools that they're not familiar with, and then you record that, and then you send that over to the sponsors or the donors, and you let them know, like, hey, this is what we care about, this is what we're doing in the community. More people come and support that. And instead of you asking for money, they're going to be giving it to you. You'll be like, dang, look at all this money that just hit our account. You know what I'm saying? And I think that would be definitely something that I would want to see you guys take advantage of.
Yes.
But what do you guys think about that? Did you already have any ideas for May 3rd? Was that already, you got everything lined up? Because we can help out with the agenda. Again, this whole mentorship isn't just us doing the back end and the DM automations and all that stuff. That's what we enjoy doing. That's what we're experts at. But the other part, we care about the impact too, as you can see.
Mm-hmm. Well, man, you already helped a lot with just that right there, giving me a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
But definitely, yeah, we will definitely need some help in just putting this thing together. And we already have our PowerPoint slide, and we already have the things that we're going to be discussing. But we want to make it more, innovative.
Let's take a look at your slide. Let's take a look at you got your PowerPoint slide done already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to pass that. That's the one that's being provided from Planned Parenthood.
Okay, you can drop that in if you're using a particular slide, then yeah, maybe use what they're giving you. But I was gonna say you can drop that in Gamma and improve the slide. It's just another AI tool. I just created a slide last night that I used this morning, and it didn't take me all day to do it. I just did it in no time. So even if you already have a current slide, you can make it new and more modern just by dropping it in Gamma, GAMMA, and I'll show you this because I just used this one today.
Oh.
I just created this slideshow that you guys see on my screen, and I was using it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we definitely need some slides.
Yeah. Can y'all see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is my slideshow I used this morning. Some of it's old stuff, some of it's new stuff, but it's all information. And I think just knowing that this platform exists is also just as important as like the NVIDIA.ai. And then lastly, before we hop off, with May 3rd, did you already promote that on Eventbrite? Did you already post that? Is that an open to the public event? How are you guys promoting that?
As not as of yet. We just concreted yesterday the address. So we're about to finalize that on the flyer today.
Okay. Is it open to the public?
Yes.
Okay, for sure. So yeah, you definitely want to create an Eventbrite link. Maybe between you and Nicole, someone can definitely oversee that, and that way you can have the public accidentally stumbling onto your event versus the people that you know, just the people that you know.
Good. And Marcus, we'll also need some like those slides you showed. We'll need our own kind of slides. How we're trying to just be innovative and progressive with the AI tools, the storytelling, the community service, and the fathers and families. Like putting this whole piece together and utilizing it almost like our all mini ecosystem. So we'll definitely need help in what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Again, I just like showing the stuff in real time, because you don't have to wait on the calls. You can jump on these AI tools just as fast as I am, right? And just say what you want. What was it you said you wanted? You want 50 fathers? What are we doing again on this slideshow? Like just as an example, if you was writing a slide or creating a slideshow, a quick slideshow, what would a quick slideshow be?
Using storytelling. 50 fathers using story.
I'm sorry, say it one more
The
time.
power of storytelling.
The power, 50 Fathers, the power of storytelling. That's what you said? 50 Fathers, the power of storytelling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
50 Fathers, power of storytelling that will create community of like-minded, I don't know why I'm going out caps, like-minded individual, like-minded collectives. Donations from those helping and assisting. All right. Presentation default. I want to show you how quick this is. Generate, boom, boom, boom. All right. I like blue. Blue, my favorite color, man.
What's that?
Blue.
Just like that. Now, all of the photos, everything can always be edited. You know, anything can always be changed. The words, the white folks. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is you want to change, you can change it. You know what I'm saying? Join us on the journey where father stories become the catalyst for youth development and community transformation. Man, this bio alone, this little headline. You know what I'm saying? That's the one. I'm like, dang, why I ain't think of that? You know what I'm saying? Now, we just talking about the storytelling from the kids' books of the fathers and the quotes of what about daddy would have told me. Man, this is spot on with those. You end that with like, yeah, and we're selling these kids' books like this. It's impossible for people not to support. And you teaching kids AI. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm definitely teaching kids AI. I think everybody should, right? And so a lot of things that I'm sharing, I'm okay with sharing these thoughts and ideas because I want everybody to be impacted. I'm not going to meet everybody, right? So if you take an idea or a thought or a strategy or a tactic, that's what it's for. It's for everybody to use it. So don't ever think like, oh, no, that's Marcus's idea. That's our idea. You know, that's why we're here. So the collective impact, right? All this, we didn't have to design this. We created this, but we didn't have to design it. You get what I'm saying? We got the success stories, donations journey. You know, it's everything that you need to get the word out. Yeah. Everything you need to get the word out.
And you did that just by typing that in.
That's it.
Typing it in the AI.
That's it. And
Well, that's ridiculous.
And look, I get it. We was on here. We was like, man, we go do it. We go figure out how to. No, you can do it right now. You can do it right now.
Right.
And there's everything you can do it right now. You don't have to wait to be great. And that's the energy that I have. You know, and I'm just glad to be able to show you guys some things.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Mariana, you got anything else for us before we hop off?
I think that's all. So yeah, I'll just send the message to recap everything we discussed and, you know, just send some to-do tasks for both Ben and Nicole. So yeah.
Great. Okay.
Oh, and also send those AI what we was just on. Can you send that in the thread too so we can look at it?
Yep.
Yeah,
and video and Gamma. Yep. I'll drop it in the WhatsApp.
I'm there with that AI on my notes. That was really cool. Very innovative.
Yeah. Okay. Peace out, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Talk to y'all soon.
All right. Have a good day. Bye.
Mariana, stay on.
Have a progressive week.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, so
All right. Awesome.
yeah, I wanted to finish up from earlier before we hopped off.
Oh yeah. let's, yeah, let me just pull up the task list again. But yeah, the masterclass we have is this week, April 26th. So a reminder just went out. So yep, and then I'll probably just send another email blast on like Thursday to do another reminder. And yeah, so just reviewing how many people opt in. Let's see. So yeah, around 33 people opt in. So hopefully we'll get a few more to like round it up to like 40, 45. Once I send another email blast
can
and
we
then
see
post.
can we see how many people historically have registered to compare this month to
Oh,
the
from
other,
like,
the previous months?
okay, so April is 33. March, I'll have to do it. Actually, this year. There you go. March is 41. And Feb is 37 submissions.
Okay, let's check January.
And January,
And then I want to compare.
I think January has the
I want to
most.
compare last April.
Okay, and January has, yeah, also 37.
Were we keeping up with last? You know, the last April. Were we keeping up with April 2024?
Yeah, okay, let me just find it. April 2024. Let me just. April 2024 also is 45 submissions
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, so that's the goal. We want to beat last year's. Every month we want to beat last
Okay,
year's.
yeah. Okay, yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'll send another email blast. I'll schedule it for Thursday, and then yeah, post more content on social media to have the DM automation triggered, and awesome.
So that's the DM. That's the webinar, the masterclass.
Yeah.
Were you able to create, add the, I know what we were doing, were we advertising or marketing the masterclass on Black Wall Street with everybody's photo? I think it was something that you were going to change up.
Okay, so also the one that you have. I mean, I did create that one for like just the roundtable stuff, but the one that's for yours, the one that's this Friday, I haven't created a Black Wall Street version one, so I'll probably just re-edit that.
So
template,
so for
and then
next
just,
month,
add
next
the
month for
details.
April,
Oh, okay.
For May,
Okay.
we should have
Okay.
something already created for May for this next month. So maybe we can see what we did last May
Okay.
For the master class and go ahead and get
Okay.
that flyer created with the Black Wall Street team,
Okay.
with the group photo.
So this one will have the Black Wall Street team. Okay. Gotcha. Let me just go to the folder. May is learn, create, generate online while you're sleeping.
That was some automation stuff.
Yeah.
So content is this year, and then the automation stuff. Okay. What about the year before that?
And then desktop ChatGPT.
Yeah, that probably be the one. It probably needs to be like some type of AI tools.
Okay, so desktop ChatGPT. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be a good topic.